Hey there, Capricorn. So I am hearing that this month you are being initiated more deeply into your life purpose. That's big stuff. Yeah? So what Spirit is saying is there are passions, excitements, joys being revealed to you. And sometimes the way that that comes through is other things dissolving or dissembling, right? Like, oh, this job didn't work out. And maybe at first I'm like, what the fuck? I need this job. I need this job. And then this other thing pops up and it leads us down a whole different road. And it's like, oh my God, thank God that happened. I could have never thought at the time that thank God that happened, but Spirit is saying you can think of at least one time in your life, Capricorn, when you were like, this fucking sucks. And then it turned out that this thing that was really hard and horrible at the time was a gateway into something far, far better. And Spirit is saying to please lead with your passion, your creativity, your charisma this month. What? Ooh, Spirit is using a word that you don't hear a lot anymore. The word is charism. It's like charisma with the A chopped off. Charism is your spiritual purpose. So that's why Spirit was even bringing up leading with charisma and courage and like, this is my passion. This is what I'm excited about. I wonder how many Wands cards we'll see in your reading. Also, hi, Capricorn. If you haven't been here before, my name is Madeline. Very excited to have you. And as always, we are going to pull some cards to look at the story of your month. Anything we need to know about the past as it pertains to the present and the unfolding future. Anything that you need to know for your highest good. We will also get guidance for you from Spirit directly, anything they want you to know or do or embody. And we'll get a look at the climate. Anything that Capricorn needs to know to make the most of July, Spirit. Thank you for being here for Capricorn, Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising, and Dominant People, Spirit. What do you want to share with Capricorn people this month? I want to know anything that they need to know for their highest good, Spirit. You've been watching, listening, nudging, whispering. What do you want to share with Capricorn? What kind of themes are showing up for Capricorn people? And what do they need to know in order to use those circumstances to their best advantage? What do my Capricorn people need to know in order to step into the future that is most abundant, fulfilling, secure, easeful, peaceful, joyful, Spirit? Okay, I think you have a bonus card here. Did I mention your persona card? We're going to pull one of those for you too. See how you're showing up. And what you need to know most or bring forth most for your highest good. Wow. I'll pop your cards up right here, Capricorn, so you'll be able to see what I'm seeing. But to have the Queen of Wands show up when Spirit is saying, wow, lead with your charisma, your confidence, your passion. Hello. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. What a beautiful freaking reading, Capricorn. Oh my gosh. Tens, tens, tens across the board. Really wonderful. So, Queen of Wands. There you are. No matter, nothing to do with sex and gender, everything to do with personality type. Queen of Wands is in her magic. She's in her bag. She's in her community. She's alive. She knows that, I mean, it's exactly what Spirit was saying at the beginning of the reading. It's like, when I feel passionate about something, that's a yes. That's like a light coming on telling me go in this direction. When I feel unpassionate, when I feel bored, when I feel dejected, that's a sign that something isn't so good for me and that actually hanging around near this or in this is not great for me, right? So it's like finding and really trusting those inner signals, okay, Capricorn? And Spirit is saying something, which is Capricorn people tend to be driven by external markers and factors, right? And they're asking you, that's why you're coming up as a queen versus a king. Kings are like that, where it's like, I need the world to see that like I'm the best at this, or I'm the king of this, or whatever, right? Now, queens may very well show up and be seen by the world, but it's like that's not their primary concern. They want to be living their purpose. They want to feel joy, fulfillment, and see that joy and fulfillment trickle to the people around them, okay? Nurturing creative energy. So some of you are leaders and managers, no surprise, right? Capricorns feels like a gimme, but it's like that's what Spirit is saying. And they want you to know that your warmth and your devotion to whatever it is that you're doing And like, let me make this clear. Spirit's like showing me like a grocery store manager where it's like, oh, do I have a fucking passion for grocery store management? No, but you might have a passion for like treating employees like people. You may have had shitty managers in the past where you're like, guess what? I'm never going to be. I'm never going to be that. And you could have a passion for leading people in a way that is really honorable and kind and efficient and makes sense. You know what I mean? So, sitting in the past, the world, an aha moment is what Spirit is saying, and also the completion of a cycle. I feel like a lot of you, Spirit is showing me two different things, okay? And I'm an intuitive reader. Again, if you've never been here before, I'm a medium. Spirit talks and I listen, and the pretty pictures are really just for extra validation because Spirit is already telling me all the stuff that you need to know. Some of you have completed a cycle where it's like, I'm done with this phase of my life. I'm done with this relationship or this job. Something big, okay? Not like I'm switching from coffee to tea. It's like, I'm really done with being a people pleaser, or I'm really done with living in the past, or whatever. Hiding my light under a bushel. I'm hearing a lot of different things, okay? And some of you, it's the beginning. It's, I'm initiating something really, really big. So ask yourself, where are you? Are you on, and the world, hello, contains both. That's the whole point. It's like the beginning is the end of something else, and the end of something is the beginning of something else. So glass half full, glass half empty. Where are you feeling right now, Capricorn? Either way, a cycle has been completed. You have graduated from something. What is that? What have you graduated from? I've learned everything I could possibly need to know about blank. No stone left unturned at that job or in that relationship or with that habit that I've released myself from. Sitting in the present moment, Two of Pentacles, knowing what you know, having had this graduation, this aha moment in the recent past, what adjustments do you want to make or are making in the present? Gentle ones. Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, if you've ever seen the classical version of the card, is like there's a little guy with a light heart and he's just dancing and he's just playing with his two pentacles and they're sitting inside of an infinity symbol. Because the point is that depending on how resourceful we are with our resources, they can, even if they are limited, seem to become infinite. And if anybody in the zodiac is extremely skilled in such a way that even given very little, that they can still do a lot, it's a Capricorn, right? Look at that crown. Spirit is really pointing out the crown sitting on top of that infinity symbol in this version of the card, and the fact that they have it turned right side up, so it's an 8, which is also associated with financial abundance. You can do a lot with a little. That's what I'm hearing. And it's like, this is your crowning glory. So this is something that you've been good at. And again, Spirit is showing me different things. It's like for some of you, your crowning glory is like your mental acuity, how smart you are, or your ability to analyze, or your ability to be funny. And for others of you, it's like, my crowning glory is like that I can take $5 and stretch it and turn it into $20 or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? What are you able to just sprinkle a little bit of your magical skill on and things improve? Make those gentle adjustments. Spirit is just pointing out to me, damn, I wasn't even looking over there. Sitting right across from that Two of Pentacles is the Eight of Pentacles. I get so deep into each card as I'm going that I hadn't even realized, like 8, 8. Spirit is showing you the potential of this 2 to grow into this 8 of Pentacles where everything is blossoming, where your skills are on display and it's joyful. It's not like, oh, yeah, I did the fucking thing. It's like, wow, every day I do this, I can see I'm getting better at this skill or I'm getting better at this whatever. There's joy in that. There's like, Spirit is saying an increasing sense of self in that. And it's important to note that it's like the sense of self isn't coming from the productivity. It's coming from like the passion that is creating the productivity. Like, wow, I really love helping young people or whatever it is. And then, wow, when I get into a job helping young people, suddenly the money and the resources are like flowing. You know what I'm talking about? That's what they're saying. Whew. Let's jump over to the climate. 4 of Swords. Peace. Recovery. Spirit is also using the word detachment. I feel like some of you have been through it. That's why that world card is sitting in the past. It's like, yeah, you've been through a whole ass journey to get to the final card of the major arcana. That whole from the Fool all the way to the World and back to the Fool again, right? I'm hearing for some of you, you need a break. And for some of you, you're taking that break where it's like, oh, I'm going on vacation. Or, oh, I do have a day off scheduled. Or I have scheduled myself a long weekend. And if you haven't and you can, do that shit. And it's like a retreat, like a literal or figurative. Like I'm going on a retreat or I'm creating myself a little retreat. Okay. I'm retreating. I'm closing the blinds and putting my phone on do not disturb and journaling or whatever. Meditating, getting yourself back to a peaceful, calm state of mind. Everything here is telling me you don't have to drive hard. So if getting what you want you think involves exhausting yourself or exhausting your resources, it's the opposite. Literally, that's what they're saying. It's the opposite. It's being really actually gentle and mindful of how hard you push yourself or how much you spend in terms of your resources, energy, time, etc. And really like moderating that, really being gentle with that. Sitting in the future, beautiful card. Strength. I see strength as a card of true power and the kind of true power that springs from self-love. It's also really powerful to have your persona card be the Queen of Wands, which is that fiery and cat energy. And then strength is like the Leo card, like fiery cat, like very much matching, very beautifully intertwined energy. How much are you willing to love the parts of yourself that are a little bit harder to love? How much are you willing to see the beautiful side of certain aspects of you that maybe sometimes you denigrate? Like maybe sometimes you get tired of being pragmatic or being like, so down to earth when everybody else gets to be all up in the clouds. But Spirit is like, but you are so powerful and you are so grounded and you really see things for what they are. Even if sometimes you do see the heavier or darker elements, it's like, you wouldn't see that unless you were built for that. And if there weren't some good that can come from that to contribute to the world or to people around you or the people that you love, you wouldn't have that. Now, put it in its proper place. You don't want to carry lead and a big lead shield around with you everywhere you go. That's just going to weigh you down and make everything take a whole lot longer. But there may be times when you need a lead shield, when somebody's dropping a radioactive bomb and just going off because they're in a bad mood and you're like, ha ha ha, surprise motherfucker, I've got a lead shield, but I'm not carrying that shit around all the time. I have it when I need it. Love on yourself. Strength card and that Four of Swords card. You've just been through a lot and you're starting a new phase. So what have you learned from this past phase that you want to integrate into how you do the next? Be kind to your inner beast. If your anger comes roaring out, or a sense of injustice, or depression, or insecurity, or whatever socially unacceptable, animalistic lust, etc., aspect of you is burning or bursting out, give that thing love. If you ruthlessly try to like dismiss it and bury it, it's going to come out stronger. That's just what they're saying. The things about you that make you difficult or intimidating or etc. are some of the most important and beautiful things about you. They just need to be handled with care and with like respect, the way that you wouldn't, be casual around a fucking lion, right? You would treat it with respect. You would like have a healthy distance. Okay, sitting in the position representing the action, the advice for you from Spirit, the Chariot, take the reins. You absolutely have what it takes. You absolutely have what it takes, and you don't need to, this is important, you don't need to get rid of all of the obstacles in front of you. You need to have trust in yourself that you are going to be okay with and ready to take on those obstacles when you meet them. You will never be able to outthink all of the issues or pivots or etc. that are going to come along the road. You just have to meet them. So trust yourself. And if you need to build that trust in yourself, build that trust in yourself. That's what that strength card would say. It was like, oh man, I was really ready to do this thing, but then my fear came roaring out and kind of choked me and held me back from doing it. Now, I could beat the shit out of myself for that, or I could go and sit with my fear and be like, hey man, you kind of jumped out and choked me when I was really excited about starting that thing or putting this thing on the internet or trying out for that job or whatever it is. Like, what is it that you're trying to protect me from? And you could engage with your fear in a loving, warm way. That will help you face your fears, because then you will be on the side of your own self. There won't be a part of you that is arguing against or pulling in the other direction. That is why the Chariot features a white horse and a dark horse. The white horse, right, like our hopes and our skills and our desires and our dreams and our excitement and our courage and all those good, wonderful things. Our dark horse, our fear, our insecurity, our traumas, our difficult patterns, our blind spots, etc. We got to get both of them on our side to get where we're trying to go. Now, you could try pulling with one white horse going this way and one dark horse going that way, and you can feel how sometimes you might get a little stuck, right? So don't ignore your dark horse. Don't be out here grooming and feeding and taking care of your white horse and leaving the dark horse to suffer and starve and to, want to work at cross purposes with you, because why would I work with you when you're starving me? You're hurting me. you know? You absolutely have what it takes. You just need to get both sides of you on your side. So no part of you is wrong or bad or needs to be dismissed or buried or worse. Actually, all of you needs to be brought into light and into love. All of you deserves compassion. That's when growth happens. In the key position, Seven of Pentacles, it is right for you to take a pause, to step back, to look at how things are going. It resonates with that Four of Swords, doesn't it? Like, how are things going? I've just been through a lot. Let me kind of take stock. Let me take emotional and energetic inventory. And let me start getting things straight. Something else that Spirit is showing me, Capricorn, is that a really cool thing that you can do is line this energy up with doing stuff in the physical. As in, okay, I'm taking this mental and emotional inventory. Maybe while I do that, I will clean out my literal and metaphorical closet. Getting things in order, decluttering the mental and the physical space. That's what I'm hearing. You ready to do that? Because when you declutter your mental and emotional and physical space, you make room for new and better things. It takes courage to let go of what we have held on to or used for a very long time and to be like, you know what, I'm really ready for something new. So I'm going to show, literally, I'm going to show the world, the universe, whatever, that I'm ready. I'm ready for something new. I'm excited for a new chapter. So I'll show them by matching that energy with physical action. How's that hit you, Capricorn? How you feeling? What's it bringing up? Very curious to hear. I really appreciate you being here, Capricorn, and I really hope that your messages serve you well. Like if you liked it, subscribe if you vibed, dislike if you disliked it. That helps too. And if I don't see you before then I hope I will see you in your mid-month reading. Bye, Cap.